I am currently sitting on a concrete step in the middle of a rice field in a heat wave so intense I am fairly certain my flip-flops have began to fuse with the ground. The neighbour's rooster, a creature I am now convinced is a tiny feathered harbinger of the apocalypse, has been screaming at the sun since 4:17 a.m. I have not spoken a full sentence of English to another human being in 11 days, and I have just realised I accidentally paid the water bill for the local shop instead of my own house. And the question I have been asking myself as I sit here sweating through my singlet is this: is it actually possible for a Western man to survive rural Thailand solo? Or is a local wife your unofficial, non-negotiable visa to sanity? Well, I am the idiot who decided to find out. Welcome to the experiment. Let us set the scene, shall we? It is March 2026. The sun is not just shining, it is actively trying to erase us. We are in the deep countryside of Isaan, the northeast region of Thailand. The soil is a colour of rust, the air smells of dried fish and burnt sugar, and the nearest English speaker is not just a bit of a drive, it is an hour-long motorbike ride through back roads that would make a mountain goat think twice. Now, the established expat blueprint, as you well know, goes like this. Find a lovely Thai woman, move to her village, build a house, and let her be your cultural ambassador. She translates the local dialect, she knows which spoon to use at the temple fair, and crucially, she knows how to sweet-talk the man at the district office. She is the buffer, the safety net. I have removed the net. I am the hermit, the village curiosity, the slightly sweating, bald-headed Farang who lives alone in a house that is far too big for one man, looking like a boiled egg that has been left in the sun. The stereotype is that a Westerner here cannot even buy a bag of rice without a translator. Which is nonsense, of course. I can buy rice. I point at the rice, hold up one finger and hand over 100 baht note. Easy. The challenge is not the bag of rice, it is the rest of the rice. It is when the pipe under the sink decides to imitate the Bellagio fountains at 3 a.m. You go to the local hardware store, which is essentially a corrugated iron shed filled with 1,000 identical looking grey pipes, and you try to explain that you need a 3/4 inch PVC coupling with a left-hand thread. But all you have is a broken piece of pipe and a phone with 3% battery. You stand there, miming water spraying in your face, while 3 generations of a Thai family stare at you as if you are a mime artist who has lost his way. That is when the stakes become real. It is not about loneliness, it is about logistics. Isolation is a luxury until you need a single bolt and your only option is to ride 45 minutes through a dust storm, hoping the part you are holding up as a sacred relic matches something in the shop. My Thai is, let us be generous, survival level. I know how to say how much, delicious, and please stop that rooster from screaming. The problem is, when you walk into a local market here, you are not speaking Thai, you are speaking Central Thai. They are speaking Isaan, which is a completely different beast. A spicy blend of Lao and Thai that laughs in the face of my phrase book. I wanted to buy some mango the other day. I said, "Mamong," in my best Central Thai. The vendor looked at me if I had just asked for a toaster. She squinted, leaned in, and let out a volley of tones that sounded like a cat walking across a keyboard. I stood there, sweating, making the universal fruit, yellow, sweet gestures. Finally, a woman behind me who had been watching this theatre of absurd sighed and said, "Ma mung." Exactly the same word I said, however the tone was different. Apparently, I had been asking for a horse's kidney. You shift from being a guest when you are charmingly incompetent to being the village curiosity who has to speak for himself. Besides, speaking for yourself means accepting that you will constantly sound like a slightly confused toddler trying to explain to the internet installer that the fibre optic cable needs to go through the wall, not around it, because the dogs will eat it. Required a diagram, interpretive dance, and finally just accepting that the dogs were going to have a very technologically advanced chew toy. However, the market is just the appetizer. The main course of existential dread is served at the Provisional Immigration Office. This is where a Thai spouse is worth her weight in gold. You see those couples. The Farang husband sits on a plastic chair, fanning himself, while his wife handles the paperwork. She knows which form is which. She knows which officer to go to first. She knows when to smile and when to deploy the gentle grangai, that beautiful concept of deferential respect that oils the gears of Thai society. When you are a lone soldier walking into a fortress of bureaucracy. The 90-day reporting, the visa extensions. You walk in with a folder full of photocopies that you think are correct, only to be met with a pointed finger and that dreaded word, "Maidai, cannot." You do not have a wife to say, "Oh, silly husband, he forgot the copy of the house books, page 3, not page 2. You are just a Farang who cannot follow instructions. You are trying to manage banking apps that are suddenly requiring facial recognition and the OTP sent to a Thai number, while new digital security regulations pop up every month. You sit there squinting at the phone, wondering if you had just transferred your life savings to a chicken farm cooperative or successfully paid your electric bill. Then there is the Puyai Ban, the village headman. In the traditional model, your wife introduces you. You are her husband, a known quantity. However, when you show up alone asking for a residency certificate, you are not someone's husband. You are a variable, a lone Farang in the rice fields. I had to earn my standing by showing up at village meetings I could not understand, sitting in the back, nodding at the wrong times, until one day the headman just sort of accepted that I was not a threat, just an eccentric who liked to drink lao khao alone on his porch. Now, let us talk about the evenings. The romanticised dream is sunset, a gentle breeze and a cold beer. The reality is the sound of the neighbours' karaoke at 2 a.m, a warbling Thai ballad that sounds like a wounded water buffalo contrasted against the deafening roar of cicadas. If it is just you, the darkness and the realisation that you have been humming the same terrible song for 3 days. This is where mental health sneaks up on you. Without the cultural buffer of a partner, you do not just feel lonely, you feel lost in social situations. The Thais have a concept called grunjai. It is a kind of reluctance to impose or to show discomfort. It is the invisible rule book which governs everything. If I did not have a wife to elbow me, I would commit grunjai violations constantly. For instance, I was invited to a neighbour's house for dinner. I went, I ate, and I thanked them. I thought it went swimmingly. I found out later, through the grapevine, that I had committed a grievous sin by not pretending to be full and having them force a third helping on me. By accepting their no the first time, I had essentially insulted their hospitality. I was trying to be polite, but in their world I was rude. You have to find your way into the community the hard way, not as the husband, but as the strange one. I have managed it through the village shop. It is my embassy. I go there every evening, buy a bottle of Coke Zero I do not need, and sit for 10 minutes. I say "Sawadee" to everyone. I nod, I smile. It took 6 months, but we have progressed from them laughing at my tie to them laughing with my tie. A small victory. So, what is the verdict? Can a grumpy Englishman survive rural Isaan without a Thai wife? Let us look at the ledger. Financially, you pay the stupid tax. Everything costs more because you do not know the local price. You have to outsource things you could probably do yourself if you had the language, like dealing with the electric company. You pay a local handyman to do the simplest task, not because you are lazy, but because you know if you buy the wrong size PVC pipe one more time, you might actually scream. Emotionally, it is exhausting. Every interaction is a mental marathon. You are constantly on. There is no one to debrief with at the end of the day. Can you believe what the lady at the market said? Nope. You just have to sit with it, wondering if you have accidentally agreed to sponsor a buffalo. The romanticised dream of the simple life is not simple. It is a myth. It is just a different kind of complicated. You swap the complications of the West, traffic bills and office politics, for the complications of rural Isaan, water pumps, snakes and the intricate social dance of a village where you are an internal outsider. Nevertheless, here is the thing. British stubbornness, that particular brand of "I will be damned if I let a water pump defeat me," is a surprisingly viable substitute for a cultural bridge. It is not as graceful, it is not as effective, it causes a lot more misunderstandings and requires a hefty supply of Chang beer to smooth over the rough edges. Nevertheless, it works. Just last week I had my true test. I needed to renew my driver's license. No spouse, no translator. I went to the transportation office armed with a folder so organised it would make a Swiss banker weep. I sat there for 3 hours, sweating through my shirt, watching people with their Thai wives breeze past me. Finally it was my turn. The officer looked at my paperwork, looked at me and said in perfect English, "Where is your wife?" I replied in my best Thai, "Me, do not have." She looked surprised. "You do alone?" I shrugged. "I do myself." She stared at me for a beat. Then she smiled, stamped every single paper in one fluid motion, handed me my license and said, "You are a very brave man, or very stupid." I took my license, smiled and said, "Maybe both." And that, my friends, is the answer. You can survive. You absolutely can. You just need to be brave enough to look a fool, stubborn enough to keep going, and self-aware enough to know that you will probably look like a boiled egg in a singlet. It is not the easy life. It is not the simple life. However, it is mine. Now, if you will excuse me, that infernal rooster is back, and I have a water pipe to fix before the village thinks I have created a new swimming pool. So, what about you? Could you handle the solitude, or would you need that cultural buffer? Have you tried to navigate Thai bureaucracy on your own? Let me know in the comments below. Besides, if you want to see me attempt to explain a leaky roof to a local builder using only a stick and a puddle of water, hit that subscribe button. You will not want to miss that disaster. Thanks for listening, and do hit the like button. Take care and goodbye.